Just a minute. I've been doing some technical work nga nerabide galubindi zange manyi okuzijjako. But how are you? Jiko Nicholas chechiri omuganda wange. Oli steady. 7 people. How are you? So I have 2 dash cams. I have this one that comes with a side mirror that I bought recently from someone. I've not utilized this one yet, but I have this other one, which I also haven't utilized yet. This one here. Actually, I have to see if this charger works. But this is the one that I bought off eBay. It's the preloaded. I've not yet used it. I don't know which format it wants to use, so I've not tried it. So I'm going to also try this one. This one is a driving mirror attachment. You guys have seen them before. Let me just show you. Where do I? This is a driving mirror attachment. So it has this USB kind of thing, and then it has a driving mirror, and then it has controls here. Yeah. So this is the one that I recently purchased. This I bought from Uganda. The Piloti I bought on eBay. And this as well challenges me to put. It's the upper thing here. So this one I bought locally from a spare dealer. I've not used any of them, but this one gives a pleasurable experience driving. It's a huge driving mirror, that one, the way you can see it. And I find that it gives me an effect when I'm doing my broadcast or when I'm doing my videos, that I have something for you guys to say upon periodically. Yeah. And also now when I'm home and I want to cover that bit of the screen, then I use it. So how are you, my guys? How are you? I am healthy. I can't complain, and I thank God that I'm healthy. Now you should thank God that you're healthy, that you're growing old. You know, the older you grow, the better you get. When did you last deworm? I saw a video. A certain doctor on Twitter shared a video, a picture of it was a video actually of worms being removed from someone's belly, and there were very many worms, and but they got them from someone's belly. So and apparently doctors recommend that you should deworm every 4 months. I think this is especially the guys that eat pork. Yeah, deworm a lot, because I dewormed, and it says, the thingy, I think this is not the one. It says on the pack where you buy the deworming things that there are 3 types of tapeworms. There 2 types of tapeworms. No, there are 4 types of tapeworms. There is something they call the beef tapeworm. I think this comes from beef. I think now it makes sense when the guys that are continuously giving us solutions to cancer, when they start saying that that if you want to avoid cancer, don't eat meat, don't eat meats. There is a beef tapeworm. I think this is the one that comes from beef. And then there's a pork tapeworm. Yeah, there's a tapeworm for everything. Then there's a fish tapeworm. Comes from fish. or I'm just taking these things literal. And then there's a dwarf tapeworm. So 4 types of tapeworms, and they all go in your stomach, and they are long. So if you have not dewormed recently, please go and find a dewormer. These guys normally recommend there's something called albendazole. So please go and deworm. Sinababozako bantu bange, Juko Nicholas, Antonio Random Things, JC Kaja VIP, Dennis 12, Fahad Lubuka, Godfriend Tambala, Abani ali bulungi, Ragnar ali bulungi, Mama wali bonna bali steady na Hurira Tom, Tusime Eddie Waswa Seguya, and Morad Kemomo, Chris Fitness, Chiza Tadeo, Kasibante Aksam, Chigoze Stanley Obula. So no. Fahad Gwabuz is that this thing you have you put a micro SD somewhere. Micro SD is a memory card is a FZD. Let me show you with this one. So this is the piloti that I bought that I thought would give me something I haven't been able to achieve lately. So it has a USB. This is to power it up. It also, this one actually has a bit of battery. So I can power it on when it's not, but it has not worked for me. So I don't know. I'm actually thinking of going to eBay and buying another kind. See, it sees me like that. And it sees me, see? And then it has also this camera. It sees the cabin. So this, I'm sure you guys can see yourselves there. Mwaka katono. And let me see. I can change it. No. I can change it. Let me change it so that your screen is the bigger. So you see, you guys are the big thing. So that's the preload. It has how did I switch it on? Yeah, it's here. Let me just switch it off. So this comes with 3 cameras. I'm actually going to buy still the version that has 3 cameras. It has a connection. This connection takes the camera behind. I had connected it na camera na and then by the time I did that, this thing hadn't worked. See, but if I make it work and I buy my other one, then I'll probably give this away as a gift to you guys. It has a connection, a Type C, a USB. It goes into, where is this thing? When did this thing go to? It has a connection. I'll probably give this away. I just want to make it work, but I'm not going to use it anymore. It has a connection that goes to your cigar thing, and then just like that you get power. It has internal battery, something I hadn't experienced. So it has internal battery. You can switch it off. And then this is what connects here to the rear camera, and then it has some controls here, the menu here. Nene ya driving mirror na ina controls zayo, but I'm going to buy another 3 thingy. I'm going to buy one that has an app. Now this one doesn't have an application, but then there are some dash cams that have applications. Now you install the app, and then the app can control what this thing does, which together. So it should be wireless. Those ones should be wireless. This is not wireless. I just bought the one that I could get for cheap. So must explain why it's not even working for me. But I have 2 versions now. I'm also going to test this one to see what it does. This one makes the car look like nice when you're driving because it's a very big driving mirror. Yeah. So, but how are you, my people? And we're Sinabu Zako, Bukenya Abi. Bananga bana ba bodo bakolede ka video ku TikTok. Tetuzike every day. Atoka video kali sarcastic Dennis 12. Bana sara okoro obukodyo bwawe bwe bamanyi ekirunyi ne description najitadde ko sarcasm. It's sarcastic. Bwe bana akoro obukodyo bwe bamanyi. Ate nga abasinga bagenda koro obukodyo bajja lowooza kyembagamba. Which is a very bad thing. Bukenya Abi was a traveler, was a Bridget Kakai, was a can Uganda police use your recorded video for proof in case of an accident? Uganda police doesn't, but the court can. It's important that you record. So, which is why it's important that you have 3 cameras. You have one in the Yomaso. You have one that records the cabin if you want to, but 2 cameras are okay. One rear, one front. So that when you from behind, you can also have evidence. In court, it can be used. But however, The court system in Uganda is very expensive. There are so many times I've wanted to sue people, and my lawyer friends told me, Arthur, ndi mukwano go akasente nkagala naye gwe oli mukwano gwange kireke. So whenever you can avoid going to court, kati gwe kyoba okola, if you have dash cams like this, record so that when you guys are arguing with the other person, you can actually bring evidence. So that then police can use that evidence to negotiate with the other person. But in Uganda, whenever you can avoid going to court, avoid. But of course, we have very few judges. Because I think it might help on border guys who make accidents and turn against the car drivers. Yes, I find that a yamba nyo. The only thing with border guys is they say they sing about tomera muno na muno. Border guys rarely come here or behind. They are always here, and the dash cam doesn't record those two angles. Which take it. Mbayo mpola Arthur emirimu ginsalako nyoma naye soon kijja kugwa nange natera okusuulawo okisuulawo nga Antonio nzije tugule gaali yange bwe biba man bwe biba. I'm late here because though I wanted to inquire about the car trackers you're selling, by any chance do you have any of the trackers with you now? No, I don't, but trackers pretty much look the same. The trackers pretty much look the same, bonna bubeera butono kabeera katono bweka, so that it's easy for hiding. What makes the trackers different is the company that does the tracking for you. It either gives you a lot of uptime or downtime, which take it ebanga network. So what makes the most of the difference is that, of course, even whatever tracker, the quality of the tracker, some people, there are trackers that are being sold on the market nga they overheat, which take it nga imotoka esobola okubeera ko bwovuga for like 3 hours. The tracker overheats ne kolachi ne vaco. Then there are those that overheat ne buza signal. Then there are those trackers nga eri under tono. You know how you did the tracker has an internal battery and then an external battery. So you disconnect the internal battery, the tracker tells you the external battery has been disconnected. But the time between the disconnection of the external battery to the time that you find your car, if it is stolen, that's another thing that matters a lot. So you need to buy a tracker that has a battery that will give you some time before you can actually go find your car. So I don't have a tracker here, but basically trackers will literally almost always be looking the same. Kenneth chechiriwo nenga bagayi muli mutya muli steady. How is your weekend taking you? Nze nva kola ku manual labor budget manual labor wane wange nga nyine ebintu byentereza tereza. Ate buli kimu tojja kisasula kati kusanda obeera wakati. Why would you be sitting in the bedroom and then someone else is working in your house? So whenever I can do stuff like putting shelves up and all that ate natambulako mbazungu nda abazungu ebintu ebimu ebyewaka babyekolera. Not forgetting, but I still want you to manage my chigege. You seem very responsible. I am responsible. Naye n'omuntu amanaginga chigege ziri ali responsible. Okitegeera ate ye business agiruddemu. Personally, that's my value chain. That's value chain I will see you. Okitegeera mu value chain I will say. So in the value chain, I'm one person that will help you get a good one. I'll help you get a good one. Then hand you over to people that are trustworthy. Again, okuwa sente zo buli lunaku. Okitegeera. And then you'll collect akasente ko buli lunaku Monday to Friday kajja kubaji kajja. Of course, manager managing that chigege of yours ku Saturday afuna sente, ku Saturday tofuna. As long as you understand that. Ochaloy, how are you? And also, traveler, you need to also understand that emotoka bw'ogigula lafa bagula emotoka za buyonjo ffe tugula ne tukanikamu. Kati bw'ogula chigege manye genda kulyamu ko kasente. Like the first month or two ojja kuba otereza. Oli byatatereza. Then bw'onoomala otandika okukola ki? Arthur insists manage my chigege. Omusajja gwenkuwa yenze. I'm telling you. Omusajja gwenkuwa okumanaging emotoka eyo nabadde naye neggulu. Tetwabadde ku bya chigege, but we linked up somewhere. So if I give you someone ngamba oyo omuntu ajja kumanaging emotoka yo bulungi, trust him. Era bw'agaana awo nze nkufunira omulala. But I have not had that experience. Ray Malik, what's up? My number is in the description of this channel. That's where it is. So, but anyway, guys, I just wanted to, because I was talking to people Yesterday I was at a certain meeting and Jena Sanzo your mommy are going to look and talk managing a chigigeza. And we were talking, and apparently everyone is facing the trouble. Everyone is facing the trouble of people that don't want to accept that they cannot do certain things. Or until they reach a certain point, amagezi gaabwe ne gakomaawo. Okitegeera nti someone, people are really scared of letting their jobs go. They think maybe the next person that comes to do what I've failed to do will take up the entire project. And sometimes it's what happens. That majority of the time we are exposed to the people that don't know too much, and we work with them when in actual sense there are other people that know better than these guys. Okitegeera kati mukuba nti wali abamanyi okusinga bano ng'ate tetubalabye kati when this one fails to finish the job, they actually have to go and call the other person that knows better than them, and majority of the time the second person ends up taking all the gigs, and I totally understand it. But you guys, Kasubaru 2008 review nkaswami kajja you guys that Subaru video yongirina guys, you guys that do jobs like nga Antonio, the guys that do handiworks, the engineers that we have here, the architects that we have here, when do you accept that, you know what, let me invite someone else? Because you don't really have to invite someone else, and the employer knows. You can bring them on as a subcontractor. The employer not will get an A no matter what. But I find that sometimes people don't do what they ought to do. Which tegeera tamala yo mulimu. I've seen this with mechanics, I've seen this with carpenters, I've seen this with tailors, I've seen this with decorators, I've seen this with welders, I've seen this with nothing performing arts. Person wants to direct a film, he clearly can't direct a film, but because he's Arthur, I must. Kukafe, I worked with a number of people to direct, and there are some people that did work, and I thought, oh my, I used to think this person knows. But I think because of the way people post some work they have done, and because they have done something that is not close to what you do, you think they know. Actors, an actor will come to work with Arthur ngatamanyi nenga takkiriza nti tamanyi kuba gyabadde akolera bo babadde balaba amanyi. So you guys, when do you think it's right for someone to say kati omanyi kino kiganye? Are there metrics that you guys have used? Antonio, obadde ng'okola welding wo, are there metrics z'okozesa n'ogamba nti kakati nze bwe ntuukanga wano kiba kiganye? Nze my first metric when I'm doing work is money. If you want me to do a job, the money has to be right. If the money is not right, kiba kiganye. That's the first metric. Nakuyitira agusobola atenze city oba atwale emirimu gyonna agitwale, because the moment the money is not right for me, it means the first time you're hiring me the money is not right. It might never be right for me. Metric eyokubiri for me to know that probably I cannot manage your job is the metric of limitations, other limitations aside from money. Omuntu asobola okuwa nga akuwa sente na yenga the other limitations, creative kati njogera in terms of marketing and performing arts, the creative limitations. For example, you hire me to produce a film or produce a drama for you, but then you put a lot of limitations. You cannot work with this actor this way. You cannot laugh with this producer. You cannot tell the cameraman what to do. The sound person has autonomy. I am the director, for God's sake, and you're telling me I cannot do things that a director is supposed to do, or certain things that a director is supposed to do. How now business ebe ganye. The moment you don't give me autonomy to production, for example, we do inspection. How do I know that I cannot manage you? One, if you hire purchase inspection and you've given me the gig already, inspection yange. Na ye, the first purchase inspection, the first for me, the first metric is money. If you don't have the right budget, but want a car that is out of that budget, chiba chiganye era nkugamba omanyi sijja kujja ku inspectinga. This has happened with two ladies in the past like 2 weeks. They call me, they say I want to buy this car. I try to explain to them and they say no. Me, I will find it and you come inspect. Now, when someone says that, you know they will not call you, since you have already said that that money doesn't get them a good car. It has also happened with one man, I think. So the moment the money is not right, I don't want to get, because when the budget is not right, you're compromising yourself. Ogenda olumu ojja kupapokola omulimu ogumale mangu, olala ojja kukozesa weak materials, kati ojja okumpita nzije I compromise because you really like I told you a car of 15 is not good and you say me I'll get it at 12 and then you want me to inspect. It means you really want a car that I must pick the best out of the bad ones. Yet even the best out of the bad ones is going to make you suffer. So for me, money is like something that cuts me off. Now that I'm a professional, money cuts me off. Limitations cut me off. Because when someone doesn't have the right budget, still you're limited. There are times when someone booked me for pre-purchase inspection, najja kusawa musanvu nengana okola inspection. Nemugamba tukeere tomorrow. Abo mu bondi abo tusobola otandika sawa 5 mukaaga no musanvu. Kuba mu bondi tugenda ziyitamu tuzirabe. Like if you have the right budget for the bond, 2 hours are enough for us to canvass a number of bonds. Nebe tugamba tugende ku zebugorobi, tuve mu zebugorobi, tugende ku payini, tuve ku payini nawala ne wabakuli batankoleta emmoroka empya, tuve ku payini tudeye nakawa, tuve nakawa tugende banda. Nebo nagamba you not tarage 2 hours are enough because these are new cars. And majority of the time persons that are buying new cars, they have a lot of like I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And the dealer would know that you know what, the car you want I don't have it. Aba yesalako yekka okitegeera. Nathan, I was so shocked to see a Harrier 2013 UBG at 55. The Harrier is losing value from 120, but UBG is old. UBG is old. UBG bankade. It's just that old cars, you cannot give old cars a budget. The other thing you guys need to understand, this is it. Kambagambe. If you went and bought a car at 120, Baba Gamba, businesses that made I think 1 billion in revenue a year reduced obaziri satukati mu Uganda. Then it went on reducing. Baba Gamba, since those businesses have reduced ezikola sente nyingi n'abantu abakola sente nyingi ba reducing. Now the thing you need to understand, if you go and buy a car at 120 nga tonna yimirira, you're going to sell it at 50 or 40 in a couple of years, even 2 years. Because ojanonya ojagigula 120 ononya kuwe 10 nga taliwo, ononya kuwe 9 nga taliwo, ononya kuwe 8 nga taliwo, ononya kuwe 7 nga taliwo, ononya kuwe 6 nga taliwo, nga basuubuzi bagigulana. Kati n'omusuubuzi bw'agigulana, he knows no one is going to give him 60. It's very hard for me to go and buy. Yes, it's 2013, I know. But it's very hard for me to buy a 2013 model car that has been driven for more than 3 years on the road at 55 if I can buy a 2012 car, a 2012 model at 67. You get what I'm saying? It's very hard. So they are not really losing value. The people that bought those cars want to sell them to recoup their money. And how many people are willing to give them the money they bought? So you BJB but they kukubo. Also, the other thing you need to understand, Nathan, is that emoroke soro kubanga ine chirwadde nga nayi chimutami. Nga gwe boboji testinga wano tujja kukira bomala jivugamu emyezi ngejo. Ekizibu ne kikomawo. That's possible. Okitegera. Kye kiriko pade. Afford that amount and the guy wanted it in all cash. I was released from bond, from police, and permit remained there. I didn't go back. Nina comment just sirabye. Sorry Farouk, mbadesi ya first born kye kiriwo. Ray Malik, a car of like how long can 1.5cc VVTi go? 12, 13. Can me I drive AC literally full time. There are times I put it off when it's really cold and when I'm on tarmac. But majority of the time I'm driving AC, so I normally get 11, 12 kilometers. So if you don't drive AC, there are chances you could get 15, 16. Ray Malik, nkuzem, Farouk agamba, hey Arthur, I made a minor accident with a border guy and his passenger got a fracture on the leg. Since he was an American, he had to go for treatment at St. Francis and the bill was 15 million. I couldn't. Sorry, man. I was shocked. Farouk agamba, I could not afford that amount and the guy wanted it all in cash. I was released on bond from police and my permit remained there. I didn't go back. I ran because the guy wanted to imprison me. Sorry, Farouk. But that's what third party is supposed to do. That's what third party is supposed to do. So, you guys, have you read what Farouk went through? Arthur, first give us some updates about the Chigege you bought a couple of weeks ago. How is it performing? It's performing, but it's a buli lunaku. Clutch yagwako nebagikanika mu gearbox. But I suspect it's the driver that was driving poorly. Nabagamba nembaga driver atandika okuvuga obulungi. Naye ng'okuva ku olwo I think yakagenda mu garage emirundi ena. Simanyi oba nnyini ayinza okubyogerako wano. But that's the report I get. Yakagenda mu garage emirundi ena. The other 3 times were minor. It's the time we baatekamu clutch we gwali already serious. Baatekamu clutch ng'erina ekikoona ne babako kye bakanika mu gearbox omwo. Can I record? Yes, Antonio. It's a year ago, so now I wanted my permit. Kindly advise me on how I can get a replacement of my permit. You can't, Farouk, unfortunately. But if it's a year ago and your permit was not attached to your national ID, there are chances that you could get a new permit. You text me. I'll give you someone that can probably help you. But mulabe ekintu kya Farouk ekyo ngenda kukyogerako briefly. But guys, my topic today is how do you know that omulimu guganye? How do you know when to let it go nogamba manyi? Kati wano sikyasobola. Ochaloy has said, my metric, if I have seen someone do what I do better, I must seek that guy to be doing that work for me, especially videography. We just have to be humble. Someone always knows more. Yes, Daniel, thank you. And not just videography, by the way, Daniel. Everything. Someone always knows more. Someone always knows more. Omulimu okunema money and omuntu ampadde omulimu kastate aneefulirako omugezi n'ekyo nakyo. I've had people that I did inspection for. Ogenda okulaba guy akumenya. There is a guy, I remember I told you of a guy go tutafuna ne emotoka. We did 2 days ayombye neera teyafuna motoka because he wanted a car of 15 at 12. And for him, he was very convinced he could get a car of 15 at 12. So he comes to me, first of all, he bargains and all. The second time he calls me, nangamba Arthur send his own engineer to call inspection. I find him on a Spacio new model, bamgambi ya milioni 13, nenga Spacio B, ngamvundu. The body was bad, the interior was bad, the engine was bad. So he says, but I know brokers. We go to the brokers, they didn't have the car. So we ended up still not getting a car. So he said, and I said, you know what? And normally the people that bargain, they give a lot of trouble. So that's why I don't bargain my inspection fee. If you don't have a 450,000 for pre-purchase inspection, I don't do it. Because the moment someone bargains my pre-purchase inspection fee, they don't respect what I do. They think it's not worth that money. And it doesn't mean that what they have given me is worth it. It just means that I bargained. It just means that I accepted a lower fee. So they still don't respect it. So me, I don't bargain my fee. So muna intugenda kulunako olwokubiri era ne bigaana. Nemuga kati ndozo kirabi. Pade, let's buy cars. We have our guardian angel. Amina, Pade. Is it not doing things at the right time? Is it not doing things at the right time? Sikutegedde. Nowadays, I miss morning broadcast because of work. I just review. Casto Janola Bako Daniels. Thank you. Good evening, Joshua. Chechiriwo. It's an abomination to miss the broadcast, most especially in the evening. Chechiriwo, Antubange. Baron Apudan. How much can I get a good used Subaru Forester 2010 model? How much is it in the bone now? 2010. How much is it in the bone? Omolimo Andrew. Chechiriwo Andrew. You get lost a lot when being employed, and there are many limitations and not changing positions. By the way, you remember you guys nagenda kukisu okutendeka abaana abo. The money wasn't that bad. The money wasn't that bad because I negotiated my fee. and the days were not so much because nakolera obe nako satu. I think I worked for 3 days. I worked for 3 days and I would work for like 2 hours every day. And then just there were 4 days. The last day runako lulamba. Ati narusa akola runako lulamba. No. Today is not question Friday, J. But you know the limitation I got at that international school was that you cannot talk to those kids in certain ways. You cannot handle certain topics. You cannot. You get it? You cannot sit down with a kid one-on-one and talk to them. Okitegeera balina amateekateeka mangi abantu ba international school abo sikyaddayo kasente kaabwe tekaali kabi naye nategeka dda ne gwengedde obbawe ne baddamu okumpita kuba nze sibisobola. Creativity is about having the autonomy to work with your methods. Okitegeera I wasn't convinced with the kind of work that I did. No, I wasn't. People kept clapping after the shot. I was like, why are they clapping? Which again, so I wasn't convinced with what I did that week, and I know that it was mostly because of the limitations. I would rather work for longer hours, which again, and give you good work than for you to limit me. You have 1 hour today, and in that 1 hour, one of the actors is not available. I know. As a director, I would rather call the shots, which again, it's quite long. Nga sikulaba online naye kyakabi. I mean, Jacob, it's you who is lost. What happened? Chisoboka bwe baya 45 million out of the bond, it will be like 28-30. Which tegedde. Me, I have rules about this topic. Don't stress too much to make ends meet unless you're ready to help. Secondly, if things seem not to be adding up, mostly in terms of price or cost, just give it more time. Hey, Stanley, you're right. Tell the person, Omanyi, let me get back to you. I can't call let me get back to you, Kalonji. Let me get back to you. It's a very good thing. Let me get back to you. It gives you time. It gives them time. Ogenda more pricing and yaga omuntu alowooze maze ogula amazi g'ekimotoka ate enkuba egenda kutonnya. But anyway, I had my tanks washed again. And for the guys that have water tanks, waka, get them washed. Get them washed, especially nga mugenda mu amazzi g'enkuba. You wash those water tanks. It's important that you wash. Ronald Mucho, what's up? Amina padde, amina. Kati nkubanja, padde nkubanja. Olugezigezi lwakuyitirako papa n'okivaamu. No, Stanley, I actually worked up to the end. Namalayo ne bakuba n'engalo nga balaba binyumye. I was not happy. Which take it, I wasn't happy. And I don't want to do any artistic work and I'm not happy. So sit dayo. Which take it. Sit dayo. After everything, 3 months are too little, Antonio. Katolaba amazi ge banteereddemu wano. Nguze 10k liters. Those 10k liters can take me for about 5 months. So, and I think I washed those tanks a little, I think last year nayuza tank ezo. Teyali January naye. Saka zoza recently. Sister tate musana gwasenye ennaku zino sigutegeera. But nvagula mazzi. It's and then they wash the tanks and then they put water. Buli water yoza tank ezo. I realize nti you're putting your life, your health at risk. Ogenda kulwala. But anyway, guys, when is it time for you to accept nti chiganye? Bro, bankuza kulimu katimba bize nnyo. Oh, bakuza, congrats Jacob, congrats. Promotion means more money, more free time and more money. Of course, the free time is after work. After how much do the 20 liters cost? 20 liters of what? 20 liters of what, Moses? Oh, why? Since April, we have only received one exactly. But of course, I had to wash my tanks. I'm trying to convince myself that I did not make the wrong decision in buying this water. Even if it rains tonight, it was the right thing. I'm trying to convince myself. It was the right thing. It was the right thing. So I just bought 10k liters, and then it seems like it's going to rain. And yet it's not yet even 6. It's 6. Naye munange enkuba ebadde ng'ekwata bweti n'etonya mu kibuga ne waffe n'etatonya. Okitegeera. Farouk, yes, let me talk about your issue, guys. Farouk, I mean, it moves 8 kilometers per liter. I will inbox you. 8 kilometers kitambula. 8 bana epade story yonji sharing nkoleka video because videos on zina I could easily edit and I share the story and then guys see that ebintu bisoboka 8 kilometers is actually a very good per day. Oyo musajja mulungi ogenda kumpe namba yi pada ino musajja wa gearbox, he's very good. Tenzi English H2 for working under limitations is so stressful, like even it restricts you from performing your hidden magics. Exactly. Me, I don't want to ever work in a place where they are telling me, give me my space. You lock me up in my space and then give me creativity autonomy. Enkuba ndeleke igenda tonya ya serious lere naye bweti bwediyo bwekwata kye kyanguziza n'amazzi nga ndaba enkuba ekutte ate tejja kutonya. How much the 10k liters of cold water? The 10k liters, it cost me 210k. Now, why did it cost me 210k? It's because me, I live far. But of course, for the people that live near, it might cost you 150, the 10,000 liters. But me, the guy has to drive about 20 kilometers to get to my house. So it's understandable. Because we've already been but omusajja yasooka okugaleeta eno yagaleeta emitwalo 18 I think. Eyasooka bwe yatuuka eno teyadda, yagamba eyo siddayo wala, and he did not come back. Zendoza, it depends on the circumstances and life situation. Sometimes you have to change the standards you set. Life is full of ups and downs, but doing the right thing is at the right time is what is good for me. You see Joseph Katifa, but director in the creative arts, your work is very important. The work that you show the world is very important. Nti bonokola emizannyo esatu nga mibi, people are not going to see what you want, what you do, because the people that are watching, for them, they don't understand that you had limitations. When people look at you and they say, oh, that guy is a director, they think you do magic. It's not magic. So katinze, I'd rather not produce than produce something that is bad. When you take long to wash your tank, most especially when you harvest rain, your tank becomes a Sheraton for mosquito larvae and fungi. Yes. I'm someone who used to be open to clients, but waliwo bawololo abajira ku ba clients aguba tegugwa ne bawololo bamenya. Oro guy twagenda, I think the last Mark II Grand we bought, we went, saw a good Mark II, the Mark II Grand we eventually bought. It was good. The guy said he wants 13 million. The Wololo said, you know what, I know somewhere that Mark II Grand like that is at 6. I said, you're sure it's there at 6? I also want your distributor. I said to Gende. We drove, get to the Wololo's address, and the guy doesn't have the Mark II Grand at 13. You get? Even the Mark II Grand that looked as close to what we had, or was 15 or 16. So I asked the Wololo, Auntie, the broker lied to me. Bamenya. So anyway, today ku kintu kya Farouk ngamba siibula ebozeza tanka ne batazaamu wano ngogo njagala kuzitereza kati mbanyina basiibula bantu bange ekiro nkikoze dakika zafaana ate lero lwa Sunday. So Farouk agamba yatomera boda. Bwatomera boda, the muzungu who was a passenger got a fracture. Then the muzungu wanted 15 million to fix his leg. Then Farouk didn't have the money. They gave him bond and he left his driving permit there. And then he wants to see, how do I get my permit? I have someone that could probably help you. So you text me, Farouk, tunaboba chinagwa. But today situation here accident. Guys, your car has a third party insurance, right? Now, since your car has third party insurance, normally third party insurance is what is supposed to help you pay for damages like that. If someone gets a fracture like that, your car has insurance. It insures the third party. Third party is the other person. The person outside the car. So where the Muzungu got a fracture, Farouk, you should have stayed and said to these people, you know what, we are going to claim from my insurance company. That's what third-party insurance does. So please never run. Secondly, when you get into an accident like that, please cooperate with the police. Be nice to the policeman. The policeman then can help you. Because ngabe bakuwa bondi, kitegeeza wali osobola okukimala. Ng'ova ebweru. Kyokola okwata emitwalo nga nkaaga n'osookozebwa n'obagamba naye kati mugira mukozesa ezo nga as I claim for my insurance company. Bwe bagaana, you accept n'ogenda mu kkooti. Okitegeera bwate wali afudde. So when you go to court, of course now the trouble is that court might take a long time. But one thing you need to understand, namwe n'abaana mu accidents nga mwagala kusiba abantu, omuntu bw'omusiba talina kyakuyamba. He will be locked up but they won't help you. That's why it's important ebintu by'okusiba abantu birekeraawo. Nja kusibisa gwe. I see people saying that ninga ndikati bona omusibisa mukomera anaakuwerayo yoyagala. So you accept and go to court. When you go to court, of course court will order third party insurance to pay this person. Yeah, but then also court will fine you for reckless driving. Yeah, when they fine you for reckless driving, there is an amount that you pay. Why it's 2 million. And then after 2 million, the court will tell you how much to pay this person. Oyo $1 million 15 yaita jazefuna. Guys, mulekerawo kutie koti. And somehow tutyanye komera. Yes, it's not a pleasant situation, but waliwo bwotuuka kati olaba wadduka tomanchiddako ku permit yo olumba yinzo gikuma ne bagamba jangu ate kati kutukutwale mu koti ate era wadduka n'okudduka omusango gugenda kuwanvuwa. Okitegeera. But I find that ebintu ebimu olaba nga kikuyitiriddeko okkiriza n'ogenda mu koti ne mukimayira. A court no the Traffic and Road Safety Act is clear. Saalabamu musango guweza fine ya $7,000,000. Saagulabamu. Ate nga bw'osasula ekkooti bw'oba wina muntu gwewatomera ekkooti yesalawo sente mmeka z'omuwa. And it can't go beyond I think 50% of what you have paid court. So kitegeeza court bwekufining $1,300,000 oli omuwemu kitundu. It will still be cheaper than the 15 million, and then it will be cheaper on you as a person. So under circumstances like that, you get a lawyer. That's why you guys need to have lawyer friends abalungi abayinza obayambako bad advising. When you get into situations like that, kyosooka okukola kubira lawyer wo. Guys, get lawyers. Befriend lawyers. Bomba mwinaba obibe mwasonze. The lawyer that has helped me a lot in majority of the challenges I've got, I'm even going to host him sometime very soon. The lawyer that has helped me throughout so many things is an obi nasoma naye O level. Okitegeera. And whenever I call him, he says, "What's up, man?" Nemugambe ekirona kakati tukikole bwe tunewe as a lawyer because amateeka akolaki. Olumusi yakola ne ku musango gwange directly. Akugamba ngenda kuwa gundi ya jog gukola. Nikiggwa. So guys, make it normal to have lawyer friends or lawyers. Okitegeera. Make it very normal. But in Uganda, are there genuine insurance covers which covers all the vehicle challenges? Third party covers that. Comprehensive is supposed to cover everything. We say that, but comprehensive still, even when you're going to buy comprehensive, buy through insurance agents. Togenda ku insurance mbukangende ku jubili ngule abajja kukola ke mikoro. You go through insurance agents, the agents bakubanjizaako. Which insurance is that one? Arthur, comprehensive. Yes, comprehensive pays for everything, but the normal insurance that we buy for our cars should cover the person that gets injured mu accident. Yaberanga third party. Okitegeera. Mabula, having been on Cheyo where things are always monitored under management, as I have learned that it's always good. My brothers, we do what makes us happy, and others under limitation. Things can't. And the problem, most of us Ugandans, we don't have personal lawyers. But when you have a lawyer, akuyambako ku advising. Tewali duse na kudduka Faruku. Tewali duse. Katina ye, you text me tulabe omuntu ono bayinza okuyamba. There is a possibility that ayinza okuyamba na achimalanga. My obbies ba lawyer bafe. Me, I have a very genuine guy. Nemu enkubera yokagenda kutonnya ebyaddala naye era agamazzi agasooka galina yiika wansi. After we really pay third party, but they have never come up to help in the situation they are enjoying because they also take very little money. Try to emitwalo musanvu naja government bwayinza wasigazaako emitwalo ng'esatu. It reminds me of a manager who used to be me nga anondoola mbu lwaki music ayimba bubi kumbe it was me who used to play around with the crossover and turn down some channels, and I could tell them I need to high voltage high. Arthur, I have never seen anyone being helped from third party. That's because nobody claims. That's because nobody claims. And also the situation here where everyone about drumming, a lot of things are happening. Buli muntu abanonya bwakivamu kerero oyo but senga otula wansi n'ogamba kati lawyer wange kabikwataganye gwe n'otula eri n'ogamba bannange buli kimu ogere ne lawyer wange. Normally the lawyer, because he's from outside, ajja kuba with the ajja kuba ina an open mind, akuyamba ne guys kumuzikirize mbasibule. I would tell the same manager ewakasigiri nti I need to repair the tutors and I was using EV 15 inch ne mujjamu sente. Okay guys, kamba siule bannange naye nga kyonna kyekiri, I just thought we should think about when is it the right time to give up. Kangenetereze engogo zino bana abasajja tebabisereza pipes, the pipes that go to the tank. Sagala atega gende mukuba amaziga nga gali mukati mayonjo. Naye nga mwebale kubeera ku broadcast. Juko Nicholas, Antonio Random Things, Jake Sekaja, Dennis 12, Fahad Lubuka, Nicholas Juko, yeah, Godfrey Tambala, Nahurira Tom, Fahad Tusime Eddie, Waswa Segawa, Morad K Momo, Chris Fitness Rubulwa, Chiza Tadeo, Kasibante Akisam, Dennis 12, Kenya Abi, Bridget Kakai, Traveler, Nathan, Kenneth Sengoba, Ochaloy Daniel, Ray Malik, Firstborn, King Daniels, Majwala Julius, Baron Apudan, Msereko Starch, Mtumba Pade Omolimo Andrew, Derek Fisher, Ronald Muchwa, Jacob Nakumaze, Kabali Moses, Farouk Official, Tenzi, Nathan, Martin Okuni, Pasco Joseph, Abiola Pounds, Kasule Williams, Semusu Wilba, High Voltage, Valerian Serunkuma. No, I have 2 tanks, 5K, so I have in total 10K. Vigilax, Mpirwe, Innocent. My music, what will Google Drive? Guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Mukama, don't drink and drive. Kangenete, there's a pipe.